Let's welcome in our first guest of the day as we broadcast from the NovaCare Complex. It's all part of Champ Camp, and obviously Cooper DeJean was an enormous part of helping to create the champ in Champ Camp, not just with his performance in Super Bowl 59, but what he put out there from, I guess it was around early October on when he entered the Eagles lineup and made an enormous difference. And we welcome the Eagles star defensive back, Cooper DeJean. Cooper, good morning to you, bud.
Great morning. Appreciate you having me.
We appreciate you sitting down. How you feeling?
Fantastic. Ready for another day.
Good for you, man. How was the offseason, Cooper?
It was good. Got to do a lot of cool things. Enjoyed a little bit. It's my first time off really since, I don't even know when, before my last season of college. So it was good to get a little time off, get back home, do some things, spend some time with friends and family. So it was good.
Have you, now you may not remember this, but I remember. When I say remember, you might not know I was there, but I was. I was there with you and Kelsey in that great event down in Sea Isle last month. Because you dominated this thing. You and Sidney Brown dominated this thing for round after round. But, you know where I'm going here? But you did not dominate when it was time to put a hammer to put it into a nail into a tree stump. Have you figured out how to put the freaking nail in the tree stump yet?
Yeah, I think I just needed to slow down and
you were really annoyed. You were really annoyed, weren't you?
I was really. That was really upsetting for me.
It's just a nail and a hammer,
yeah,
and a stump.
But
it seems like something you would be good at.
It went crooked.
I think, too. Yeah,
it's not as easy as it sounds.
It's not. It's really not. Well, beating Patrick Mahomes apparently was easier than the. So let's go back here for a moment, because our first chance talking to Cooper since the Eagles, of course, won Super Bowl 59, and he had a play for the ages, Philadelphia sports history. Let's listen, as Marilyn Mike called it, Super Bowl 59, Cooper DeJean's Pick-6.
It is 3rd and 16 for the Chiefs, facing the staunchest defense of the season. Back goes Mahomes. He's rushing. He's looking. It's intercepted. Running with the football to the 25. Down the far side is DeJean. And DeJean is in for a touchdown.
Happy birthday, Cooper DeJean.
Cooper DeJean with a pick for a touchdown.
Cooper, what was that moment like for you, man?
It was crazy. It feels like it happened so fast. But it was a really cool moment. Not only for me, but for our team and where we were at in the game. It kind of opened the game up a little bit for us. Going up 17-0 before halftime, and then I think we got another turnover right after that. But it was an awesome moment, something that I'll definitely remember for the rest of my life.
You had a huge part about choosing the winner of a Super Bowl as a rookie. Like, this is, everyone else who's ever played in the NFL is so jealous. You did it your first time out. Where do you go from there? How do you stay focused on what's important when you won the whole thing, the shebang, your first year as a rookie?
Yeah, I want to play this game for a long time, and I don't want that play to define my career. I want to make more memories and more plays that help the team that I play for win games. So for me, it's just moving on from that moment while enjoying it, but moving on, and looking forward to what's next and how I can impact this team this year. Because we got a completely new team. A lot of guys coming back, but we got a lot of new guys too. So for me, it's about moving on and how can I help this team? Because it's going to be different. In year two, and I'm gonna have to be more of a vocal guy in our room, especially with the young DBs that we got. So it's gonna be different this year, and I'm looking forward to the challenge.
Well, it sounds like, from our perspective, very different in terms of you could be in different positions than we're accustomed to seeing you play. As a nickel on the outside, we've even heard safety possibilities. How do you manage those expectations? How much are you looking forward to showing that versatility?
Yeah, I think ever since I got in here, they've told me to try and learn every position, in the back end, and that's what I've tried to do. since I got here. I got some reps at corner in the spring, getting some reps at safety out here during camp, and then also playing nickel. But just trying to be ready, for wherever my number's called. No matter what position that is. But I know that the coaches will put me in the right position for me to make an impact on this defense.
Which spot has it been the most so far of the three?
Which spot have I played the most?
Yeah, I mean, meaning at this camp, just a couple practices so far.
Nickel and safety. I've been the two that I've played the most so far this camp.
Do you have a preference?
I really don't. I understand. We got a lot of versatile guys. I'm a versatile player. So I like to play football. Whenever I'm out on the football field, no matter what position, I'm gonna go play football and try to play that position to the best of my ability. So no preference for me. I know the coaches will make the right decision.
How much do you compete with Quinyon Mitchell? Like, you guys came in same draft, same position to those of us looking from the outside. How natural is that? How often do you guys just face off in whatever you're doing?
We compete, but I feel like it's more us coaching each other back and forth and what we see on film with one another's tape.
Wow.
So that's the biggest thing for us, is just always giving each other advice back and forth. Things we see, things we can get better at. So it's been great to just be able to come in with a guy like him, who's always looking to get better. Because I'm the same way. We want to be great players and great impact players for this defense and for this team. We're always looking forward to getting better. Any way we can do that. So it's been great just to learn from him and be around him and be able to compete on the same field with him.
They say that the biggest jump improvement-wise for an NFL player is between year 1 and year 2, just because nothing's a surprise, the second time out. Do you get a sense of that?
Yeah, I think you definitely have more confidence, going into year 2 than you did coming into year 1. Year 1, you really don't know what to expect, how things are going to shake out. But coming into year 2, you kind of got a feel for the schedule and how long the season is. So you're ready for all that, and we're in year 2 of our defense as well. So you kind of understand the ins and outs of that, and you're able to play more confident on the field. You
sort of didn't leave yourself a whole lot of room for improvement from our perspective. Your second year going in, do you set individual goals for yourself? Like, what do you plan to do with this season?
I mean, there's a lot, that I feel like I could have, a lot more I could have done last season. And this season I'm just trying to be better than I was last season. You always want to win and be an impact player. And the biggest thing for me is doing my job to the best of my ability at a high level, and not being a weak link, to the defense. I think just continuing to grow as a player, continuing to work on my cover skills is a big thing for me. Because I feel like zone is my thing, but continuing to work on my coverage skills and playing man-to-man has been a huge emphasis for me, after last season.
Cooper DeJean with us here on WIP. Eagles with another practice today. That'll start in about 2 hours. Reminder, Nick Sirianni's press conference at 9:40 on the station. So a lot of Eagles coverage in addition to all the Phil's talk today. Cooper, Vic Fangio, what is he like behind closed doors? The grizzled veteran defensive coordinator who's seen kind of all of it. What is he like with you guys?
He's a real old school coach. But he cracks some jokes every once in a while. He's funny. He's a funny guy. But he's pretty serious, and he loves ball. Loves to coach ball too. Which I love. No matter what, he's always coaching someone, whether we're on the field or we're in the film room. And we do, group defensive meetings, which I think helps everybody on the defense, a lot, because you get to understand, what everybody's job is on the defense, and he holds everybody accountable, which is great, for everybody to see and to hear in those meetings.
So Cooper, right away when training camp started, it seemed like from Nick on down, there was this sort of I don't want to say wash last year away, but not focus on it. The players that went through 2017 that are left, which are very few, Lane Johnson is one, Jake Elliott is one. The players that went through 2022 that are left, which are probably about 10 or 15, really prominent players, mostly on offense. Do you hear from those guys? Are they as leaders setting the tempo of? Are they the ones saying we got to move on? Like the organization had success before and then struggled the next year. Are you hearing it primarily from the guys that went through it before? Are they telling that to you, the younger players and the new players?
I think it's understood, from everybody, in the building. From our first meeting back, Coach Sirianni talking about moving on, to next season. The past is the past. We got a new journey to go on, a new mountain to climb. So I think it's been understood, with everybody. I don't think anybody has to talk about it or say anything about it. It's understood within our locker room that we are moving on to this next season, and this is a new journey.
We've seen incredible highlight videos of you just dunking over people, doing all sorts of other sports. I'm really amazed at how big you are. I didn't expect you to be as seriously sizable as you are. I mean, you're a cornerback, man, and anyway. That's great to see from my.
I'll just say I wish the Sixers didn't have so many good guards. If they were stocked at center and forward,
wouldn't that be cool?
But they do actually have 3 guards.
My co-host Joe, is playing tennis tomorrow. We know that you're very well-rounded in all sports. Are you a tennis guy? Can you hold your own on a tennis court?
I'm a pickleball guy.
I thought old people do that.
I haven't got into tennis yet, but I've been playing.
So do you feel confident that you could dominate at tennis like you do in all these other sports?
I don't know. I'd need some practice.
Yeah,
I wouldn't go out there
skill.
and just try and play without any practice.
Well, sounds to me like I could beat Cooper in tennis. All right. That's what I just heard. Hey Cooper, congrats on all you've accomplished. Obviously, good luck with the season up ahead. City of Philadelphia is everyone's a big fan, man.
Are you guys in pads today?
Pads, I believe so.
Boy.
Look at that.
Getting to hit people.
Look at that. Rhea Hughes is putting it right in her up there.
Oh, it totally went right in. Thank you, John. I appreciate
that. That is awesome. Are you excited to hit people?
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. We can't take anybody to the ground, but
yeah,
we could pop the pads a little bit. It would be fun.
No fun in Saquon, though. You
that.
can't Derrick Henry him, man. I mean, come on. Dump that fool on his ass. Don't do that to Saquon. All right, Cooper, stay well, man. Stay healthy. We look forward to seeing you play this year. Thanks, Cooper.
Thank you, guys.
All right, there he is, Eagle star defensive back Cooper DeJean. Really one of two because Quinyon also an unbelievable rookie last year. We look forward to seeing his second year this year as well. All right, let's go back to the phones, 215-592-9494.